SNL playoff coverage brought to you by TDECU, tdecu.org/Texans. Get that fresh new Texans debit card, just like Cody Stoots did. Membership required, insured by NCUA. No Nico Collins once again. Let's just hop right into it. No Nico Collins. I think it would be miraculous and maybe even beyond miraculous if he played on Sunday. I think at this point, it's a safe assumption to say that Nico Collins will not be playing for the Texans on Sunday in New England.
Yeah, I would say pretty safe assumption would be the right way to put that. The concussion protocol, just there's not enough time, and I suppose there exists like that very, very small, tiny chance that, he does a practice and then they do the special workout on Saturday and he's ready to go Sunday, but I don't believe that's going to happen. So I would expect no Nico Collins for this game on Sunday, and I would expect Christian Gonzalez, their star cornerback, to be playing. He practiced with a non-contact jersey yesterday. He practiced in a regular jersey today. So he's going to clear concussion protocol. It looks like he'll be back for the game, but Nico Collins will not.
Yeah, I think Trent Brown will play, or he's at least going to try to play. I would use that would be an educated guess by me. I think he probably will go. I would anticipate Danico Autry's out there tomorrow at practice. Jawar Jordan, your guess is as good as mine when it comes to that. I don't even know how they look at that with what they got from Nick Chubb last week, but the big news is obviously Nico Collins.
Yeah. I don't know what they'll do with Jawar either. I can't believe it's going to be all just Nick Chubb and no Jawar Jordan whatsoever, but it's good to have him with what he marks as injury history that's popped up during games. But yeah, the big thing is Nico Collins. What do you do without Nico Collins? How do you operate? They've had a couple of games this season without him, one via injury and one via, resting him, getting him ready for the playoffs. Obviously, that last one at the end of the year is a little bit different than playing a game without Nico Collins and needing to win it. That was the San Francisco game earlier this year. That's a very different San Francisco defense than what they're going to play this weekend. Like, that was a San Fran team before they figured out a way to manage some of those injuries and play a little bit better. There was no pass rush that day. CJ had a nice day, but it's a very different situation. There's some much better defenders over there in New England. And as we mentioned, New England will have their corners, both their corners healthy for this one.
And I think it was also a very important reason why they needed to improve the wide receiver depth in the offseason. It was very important because Nico Collins misses games more times than not. I know this is like a different type of injury, although he's dealt with this. But I mean, if you just look at the history of Nico Collins, 3, 7, 2, 5, and couple games this year, one of them for rest. Reason they're resting is because of this. So this is why it was important to improve wide receiver depth. And I actually think they did that. I think the wide receiver depth is good enough. I think you have enough weaponry to win this game. So I don't think there's really too many excuses. Texans are a relatively healthy squad. So we'll see how Nick Caley handles it. We'll see how CJ Stroud handles it, and they're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah, I saw, I think it was one of the fantasy guys that I follow on social media. He listed out the wide receiver room without Nico Collins. And he said, this is a wide receiver room better than about 10 wide receiver rooms in the NFL. Like, it's not like it's a terrible, untenable situation. Like, they're going to have to get a little bit more out of Jaden Higgins. They're going to hope that Christian Kirk can contribute. We're obviously not expecting 144 yards out of Christian Kirk, but hey, go catch some key third downs, go help them move the chains, hit maybe one of those explosive plays that he did against Pittsburgh. And then you'll need guys like Xavier Hutchinson and Jalen Noel to give you a little bit more. And I would assume Braxton Berrios will be healthy, and whatever he does, okay, sure, maybe. But yeah, you're going to need Xavier Hutchinson, Jaden Higgins, and Christian Kirk. Those are the guys that shoulder the load mostly, but those guys have to have good games. And Hutch has had some decent performances this season, and I thought he looked okay filling in for Nico. He's obviously not a one-for-one replacement for Nico Collins, but he's not like a guy that you just throw out there and you're like, well, I have no idea what he's going to do. Like, he's at least run routes, caught passes, and done it on a consistent enough basis that you're like, okay, like, he gives you at least something.
Well, let's hear Nick Caley talk about life without Nico Collins. Here's the Texans offensive coordinator.
Nick. Nico's a great player. If we got him out there, then great. And if it's a situation, it's a next man up situation. So we'll be able to adjust and move guys around. The value of those guys in that room is they've moved around quite a bit. I mean, those guys have played a lot of different positions from Z to X, X to Z, inside to outside, etc. So we got a lot of faith in whoever's out there. In that regard.
You still might actually have the better wide receiver core than the Patriots, like even without Nico Collins. I don't even know if that's a might. It's weird because, we head into the playoffs. We said this is a deep wide receiver core, and we had all but dismissed Christian Kirk, rightfully so. I mean, his first catch was more than 3 of his games, as we said, like in the playoff. It was a very, very suspect year for Christian Kirk, and then he goes out and does his thing. But I would think if you told me the Texans, even without Nico Collins, you can trade those wide receivers for the Patriots receivers, I would say no. And that's actually what's pretty impressive about Drake May and how well he's done, and how well I heard Sam and Steve talking about today, how well he throws the deep ball, because he's not really, it's not like he's throwing to awesome players. So it's like, I know that the weapons aren't on the field at the same time, but I think the Texans' weapons on offense are more promising than what the Patriots got, specifically at receiver.
I would say adequate for a quarterback if they have a good day. Now, if CJ's having a bad day, they may not have the Nico gotta have it play that they usually go to or have gone to in the past. But if CJ's having a decent enough day, he should be able to make it work with these wide receivers. And yeah, I mean, Keyshawn Butte, I mean, he's had some nice plays, but he's not a super consistent guy. Mac Hollins is their third leading receiver. Obviously, Hunter Henry is a part of that, but the Texans have a good pass-catching tight end as well in Dalton Schultz. So, yeah, I like the situation. It's not nearly anywhere close to as dire as it has been the previous couple of years.
The concern about CJ Stroud, I think it's pretty widespread among the fan base. I think nationally they look at CJ Stroud now as the weak link of what can keep this team back and keep perhaps an all-time defense from reaching the level that a lot of all-time defenses have reached. But Nick Caley doesn't seem too concerned about it. We were at the press conference. Here's what Nick Caley had to say about the concern or lack thereof with the Texans quarterback.
Generally speaking, you look at the totality of the season, I've been very pleased with how he's handled. I've got a lot of confidence in him. He's taken care of the ball throughout the year and made strides in that area. And he'll continue to. He's very, cares a lot, works hard at those things. And I think you look at the entire totality of the season here, I think he's done a really, really nice job of that. And playing within the system, not trying to press and do anything other than, operating and making plays as they come to him. So confident in him, got a lot of faith in him, and had a good week of practice. We just got to keep that going.
Do you agree with that? Because I looked at it and I put these numbers out yesterday. Like 7 of his 9 INTs have come on the road against playoff teams. And since he's returned, 3 of his 4 interceptions and 5 of his 6 total turnovers have come in the 2 games in which he faced playoff teams on the road. So there is a very, very clear trend. Yes, he's protected the ball, but the overwhelming majority of the mistakes that they emphasize and that they talk about are against good teams on the road. So do you agree with like the assessment that generally he's done a really, really good job protecting the ball?
Well, I think it's easy to protect the football against a Baltimore Ravens team that doesn't have any of their key defenders. I think it's easy to protect the football against the Arizona Cardinals or the Las Vegas Raiders, or a half of a game against the Indianapolis Colts when the Colts have nothing to play for. I think it's easy to protect the ball there. It's hard to protect the ball in Los Angeles against the Rams. It's hard to protect the ball on the road in Jacksonville. It's hard to protect the ball, against Seattle and last week against Pittsburgh. Like, if the defense has a pulse, it's a little bit more difficult for CJ to operate and take care of the football. And I did not expect Nick Caley would dive into the specifics from Monday, but I also didn't expect to get hey, look over here. Look at all the times he didn't throw an interception. Look at all the times he didn't fumble the football. It's like, okay, yeah, I get that, but I'm also looking at a few days ago when, he tried to extend a play within the pocket and fumbled the ball twice and, threw a really bad interception. And if that happens against New England, you're probably going home. So, yeah. that's my biggest thing is like, yeah, I think you can overcome a mistake here and there. And he has had a large body of work where he hasn't turned the football over, but when the competition's dialed up, the turnovers have turned up.
Yeah, I think it's the how more so than the what. Like I don't think it's as simple as this guy turned the ball over 2 or 3 times, and it's the how. Like the way in which he turned the ball over the other day, it led you to wonder, like, is he nervous? Like, is the pressure getting to him? Is the cold getting to him? And that's the problem. It's not necessarily like just the fact that you threw interceptions, although that's not what you want to do, or you fumbled or something like that. I think the how, as much as the what, is what the concern is. Like, you can bounce back from bad games, and I anticipate that CJ is not going to be that bad, but the way in which it looked and the manner in which it happened, it's hard to be comfortable with.
Exactly. Because you don't want him. I mean, he's doing that in a close game where it's, the score is 3-0 or 7-6 or, whatever exactly the score was. In that, you don't want it to be, 10-0 New England, and all of a sudden he's taking points off the board, or 13-3 New England, and he's making a big mistake trying to do too much. And he's had some good bounce back performances in his career after tougher games, but it's a pretty tough spot to have, like, the thought, oh, well, he'll just bounce back because he's done it before. Like, it's not that easy with this Patriots team staring him down and the situation and where they are in the playoffs too.
No, I think the what and the why and the how, I think it does line up when it comes to using the legs. And that's been something that I've really emphasized. Sarge asked Kaylee about it today. It's very evident that CJ Stroud is not as willing to use his legs as he was before he had the concussion. Like, it's very evident. The box score confirms it. The eye test confirms it. It's obvious. But Nick Caley said this.
No change, Nick Caley said.
No, there's been no change. And I have all the faith in the world. I mean, I think was asked that a couple weeks ago. I mean, there's no change or anything like that. I think he's playing with, he plays confident and has full, control of what we're doing and stuff like that. So he makes good decisions and happy with him.
I think there might be like a certain amount of, I'm trying to use my word the right way.
There's a bubble boy thing about CJ. They do not call. He doesn't call it like we see it. They don't call it like we see it on.
Yeah, 60. I think that might be part of coaching and handling players in different ways. Like, I think there's probably some guys that they might feel comfortable saying that's not the standard and we need to figure it out. And I think the CJ, the manner in which they handle it is just different. And maybe they've mastered it. I do think that the surroundings for CJ Stroud are such to where you're not 100% depending on him, but you hear CJ Stroud talk about, the way in which the coach speaks and all that type of stuff. And it just seems like there's like a real, and then you see how they say things, like in comparison to others. And maybe that's just the adjustment, the necessary adjustment that they have, but it's clearly different. And then you hear CJ come out and say, I played well, like after the game. It's not proportional to what you hear most elite quarterbacks say. So I just think there's a different vibe and there's a different approach to the way in which they talk about and handle CJ Stroud. And you've heard him even talk about how much he likes that they do that. Well,
and I also think too, like, CJ's been honest about his play before. Like, CJ's not always been, I only play good. Like, he's been pretty honest about, I need to get better at this, I need to get better at that. And I just think we can't just brush under the rug 3 turnovers from Monday, because
the way they went, the way the turnovers happened too.
Yeah. Like, this wasn't like hey, you're down by double digits, you just got to sling it. Oh, you made a mistake. Like, it was, hey, try to do too much in the pocket with a couple of throws, and then one of the worst interceptions he's thrown in his career.
Swarm on the chat. Logan Taylor says, so now the Pats are looking to get info on the defense by getting Darrell Taylor word for Pats fans. Y'all scared? Yeah, I saw this quote in the Mass Live, and this is the quote from Darrell Taylor. It says, quote, I've been there for freaking 10 months. When asked about if he could help the Pats against the Texans, he said, as far as information, he said, I would say, yeah, there's stuff I can help them out with, but there's only so much they let me know over there. ... I can offer a lot for the Patriots. That's from Mass Live. So I guess he's saying I can play.
That's what I'd be saying if I was Darrell Taylor. Which I can rush the passer.
That's where I think his value is. Like, if you get a guy like Darrell Taylor off the street to go play 10 snaps and chase CJ Stroud, I think that's the value. But like, I'm amused by this bit. Like, I saw Ross Tucker do like a whole clip on it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Ross, like, I like you, but what are you talking about? Like, I don't understand, like, where it's so simp to think that Darrell Taylor is going to go there and give them like all types of information. I'll tell you this, I would actually pay money to see if they had like an exam style quiz of like Texans defensive strategies, what grade Darrell Taylor would get on that test. And I would, if it's a 75, I might take the under. Like, I might take the under on what the grade would be. Like,
Pencils down, Mr. Taylor. Pencil down.
He played 4 games. He was hurt. He was rehabbing the whole time. He doesn't strike me as a guy who's going to dive into the game plan when he's not going to play. They're not like overly crazy over there. It's a weird bit that's going on with the Darrell Taylor thing. I think it's crazy because there's so many like good storylines about this ball game, and it's getting a hell of a lot of attention right now. And I just think it's like Simp City, the fact that this is going on.
Yeah, don't make it's silly to me.
That's all you got.
That's all I got. I'm glad he's gone, and he's silly to me.
Are you taking the over or the under on the 75?
I take the under. What's there to, I might take the over because there may only be 4 questions. Who lines up here? Will Anderson. Who lines up here? Danielle Hunter. Who lines up here? Derek Stingley. Who lines up here? Kamari Lassiter. Oh, okay. 100.
Ross Tucker said they might have to change their signals. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Didn't you play in the league for a long time and around again?
They swarm. If the Texans were some like 75 different formations and adjustments and changes, if they were one of those things, like, okay, but they run the least amount of formations and schematic things of any team in the league.
He wasn't really a part of it. Like, and it's like I said, like
even if he was, there's not information to hand over.
And like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Logan Taylor 6213 says, now the Pats. Yes, that's the Darrell Taylor. We gave that enough time. Timothy says, who is Christian Gonzalez? Use Google, brother. No disrespect. Is he saying he's not good, or what does he mean?
I was assuming he's dropping I think he's asking that in like a dismissing manner of Christian Gonzalez.
Okay. Yeah, he's a really good corner.
Carrollton, Texas. By the way.
Oh, look at him. Where'd he go? Creekview?
He went to the Colony.
Oh, okay. The Man Beast 25 says, because the Texans defense just lines up, do you think teams get a false sense of security going up against their scout team D when preparing for us? A lot of people discounting how good our D is. Pause. I would say no. Like, I mean, I think that you're going to be lining up against Will Anderson or Danielle Hunter. So I don't think you like block Needle Dong scout team and say, oh yeah, I can handle Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson. No, I don't think, like, that's like saying that someone's running like the triangle in practice back in the 90s, and because it's not Michael Jordan, like you get a false sense of security because you're guarding the other guy. So I would say probably not, man. B.
Yeah, I don't think that's applicable. I'd even start the scout teamer on the other side of the offensive lineman just to get everyone used to him. You know, you gotta go catch that guy. You gotta catch up to him.
Jared M 1738. Shout out to everyone here in the chat. By the way, BB's tomorrow. If y'all didn't know, we'll get back to Jared's comment. BB's tomorrow. I don't know what I'm getting. The salmon Creole. I already got my meal. I'm getting the salmon Creole tomorrow.
I think I'm gonna be a game time decision on what to get. I'm gonna have to just play it by ear, see what speaks to me.
I'm getting the salmon Creole. So we'll be at BB's Kingwood Manana. We look forward to seeing you there. By the way, we picked up some TriStar stuff. We have a dozen baseballs to give away at some point, signed, authenticated. We also have 100 tickets to the show. If you're going to go, we're going to go Saturday. We're going to go 3 Saturdays from now. We'll be at the TriStar show. We'll be hanging out. We're also going to have VIP experiences for you to meet some Texans and some other guys. So if you can go to the show, you can commit to the show. The tickets are on us. And it's going to be a fun time. Me and Cody have gotten really, really heavy into the collector's game lately. It's like a breath of fresh air to see what's going on to it. So there's going to be a bunch of vendors. It's going to be fun.
It's Saturday, January 31st is when we're going to be there. There's going to be a ton of different people there for you to get autograph experiences from, buy collectibles, autographs. Going to be lots of cards. The streets are calling me Cardboard Cody because there's so many cards that I've been picking up lately. So it's going to be fun. So it's there the 30th through the 1st. We're going to be there on the 31st. And again, like Landry said, if you are going to commit to going, we got a ticket for you.
I ripped the Scatabo yesterday. Yeah, I got one. I got in the Giants break. Fanatics Live, if y'all want to check that out. You can actually go to my page. I have a link if you want to get a free pack, Fanatics graded cards. So check out the yesterday and probably the today. Jared M says, I don't understand how one of our guys gets a concussion, is down multi-weeks every time. New England's best player gets a concussion, he's back in like 4 days. This is easy. Like, I mean, there's different levels of concussion. Like it's not like concussions aren't dollar bills. Like if I hand you a $5 bill and then I hand this guy a $5 bill, that's the same thing. There's different levels of concussions. Like if you stub your toe and the other guy stubs his toe, but he happened to do it on bricks, who do you think is going to be out longer? Like we're so, and I'm saying we, I'm not saying you, I'm saying we, like we all are, but like we're so desensitized to injuries and medical stuff to where we all do it like to get a ballpark figure, but it's like, okay, well, this guy has a high ankle sprain. Oh, well, this guy was out for a month, so this guy should be back a month later. This guy has a concussion, so he should be back. It's hard. It's hard to really simplify it that much, but I feel you. That was quick for Christian Gonzalez. That was very quick. Uh-oh.
Conspiracy Cody.
Uh-oh.
This would only happen for the New England Patriots who cheat. Noted cheaters, the New England Patriots. Their guy all of a sudden is back after passing concussion protocol. Probably holding up the answers behind the doctor behind him.
There's also happened like one day later. Maybe that matters. I don't know. It does seem. And maybe
pass concussion protocol.
Maybe he put in the call to Julian Edelman, who knows how to cheat concussion protocol.
Yeah.
He also didn't go down holding his head. Like Nico Collins went down holding his head. Like as soon as that happened, it's this can be tough.
Yeah. I thought initially the hands on the head was, oh no, I dropped the pass. And then I saw the replay and I was like, oh, that's my head hurts. Gotcha.
Shout out to TDECU. Cody, tell the people how they can get that fresh new Texans debit card.
Man, it's fantastic. You walk into one of the 15 greater Houston area locations. People are so nice. I was actually in one of the branches today, the one over here on Greenway today. And they're so nice in there. They're so helpful. Everybody's asking, hey, how can I help you? What do you need? So on and so forth. They're so great. And you get the process started online too, tdcu.org/Texans. And all you have to do is be a resident in the state of Texas to get that Texans debit card. And the perks, numerous with TDECU, from 15% off the online team store to access to exclusive events at NRG Stadium to so many more. The checking account benefits, saving accounts benefits. You want to start saving for the kids' college fund. You can do that. You can do so many different things. You can get a business account with TDECU. And some of these accounts are free. They're not charging you every month an arm and a leg. Like some places, your credit union membership's required. It's very easy to become a member, insured by the NCUA. We really appreciate our friends at TDECU being with us for this playoff run.
We really do. But we both agree Trent Brown likely going.
I say Trent Brown up, Nico, Justin Watson down, to Nico Autry up.
Nick Caley, he's going to New England. And I know that he grew up idolizing Josh McDaniels' dad. He works with Ben McDaniels. I asked him about that relationship, and here's what the old OC had to say.
About your history, I think you mentioned it at your opening presser, but just your history with not just Josh McDaniels, but the McDaniels family in general.
Yeah, I mean, I spent a lot of time, obviously, with Josh there, but from the same hometown, Canton, Ohio. His father was a very successful high school coach at Camp McKinley and a couple other places, and kind of grew up in the same area. Didn't really know Josh till I got to New England, but, got a lot of respect for his father and obviously worked for him, and now I worked with Ben.
Kaylee did not really want to go too deep into it. He got asked a couple more questions about it, and they were all just very, yeah, okay, sure. He didn't really want to get too deep into it, but I mean, the phrase and the comment that I think was from the opening press conference was like, didn't he say he idolized Josh McDaniels' dad?
So I grew up always wanting to be a coach, and Blake McDaniels was in my hometown, and I always looked up to him, and he is a god there, dude. Like, he's like the high school legend. That's a football state in Ohio. By the way, how about the Alpha trying to basically get him to talk about the John Carroll connection?
Hey, bro, Alpha Aaron here.
The Alpha is beasting it.
He's like, yeah, all the John Carroll guys you got in the building. Kaylee was like, yep. We talk Houston Texans in the building. Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah, he says Houston Texans, we got our own language here.
Yeah, the John Carroll language being on the same page. And like Kaylee made him repeat it too. He's like, we talk about the Houston Texans in here.
I wanted to kind of ask him about returning to New England. There was a lot of extra stuff going on in the press room today. But it was a
lot of people that aren't always there that were there.
Yeah, which is fine. It is what it is, but it's just where's it going? Like, where are you using that? Not to be like a weirdo, but yeah, I do bet that there is a little like romanticism to go into New England, right? I mean, I'm very trite about it, and I have my jokes and shit about him having his autograph book and all that type of stuff. But like, I mean, that's where you started. It's a place where you probably get colonized into a certain mindset, some more than others. And then you're going there your first year as an OC with a chance to get one game away from the Super Bowl. This is not like just another game. I know the hard ass answer would be, yeah, it's just another game. Bullshit. Like it's pretty crazy. Like it's got to be like from a human element, it's got to be pretty crazy for Nick Caley.
Oh yeah, you always want to show out and show that you made it, when you're going back.
Now,
and he's been on a roll too. It's not like he's, having to bounce back from some horrible performance where we sat there and skewered him the day after. Like, he's been on a good run here past few weeks.
Yep. There's no doubt about that. There's zero doubt about that.
Swarm.
Dominic says, told y'all. What'd you tell me, man? He said, gotta call him
Coleridge
until he gets his manhood back. Oh, the CJ normal one?
Yeah.
Normal thing. I just think he needs to wear the Guardian cap. That's what I think. I think he just needs to wear the Guardian cap. You're laughing. I'm being serious. Like, he's not running. He's a little jittery. I think it kind of like gives you grace when you show that you've had a concussion and you've had head injuries. Because if there's one thing that people seem kind of sensitive about when it comes to football, and CJ always talks about up and down, it's head injuries. So I think it should just basically be like a message that he has a head injury, and maybe it'll make him run more, and it'll be like a new rebrand. Like, if I was CJ's marketing manager, I would be like, look, we got to go with the Guardian cap. You're the guy. Nobody's doing it. Look at it. Nobody's doing it. They used to make fun of Billy White Shoes Johnson when he rocked the shoes. Now he's Billy White Shoes everywhere he goes. You are Guardian Cap Stroud.
Oh, I'm sure that'll be everywhere. What's better than one toad on the field? Two toads.
I'm trying to get a rebrand, but it's been good for Petrie. There's people saying that Petrie should have been an All-Pro this year. So, yes, Guardian Cap Stroud. Here you go.
I don't know if the Guardian cap is getting the manhood back level, but
I'm not worried about the manhood. It's a rebrand, and I need you to use your legs. I don't give a shit. Use the legs. Malik says Jaden Higgins breakout game, 100 yards plus. What can you get for that in rows? I bet you probably get like 3-4 to 1 in that.
Oh, I gotta imagine that's pretty good.
Yeah, if you want to go on hundo, you can jack that up, and you could probably get some good bread on that, depending on where you wager.
His number probably ticked up a little bit once people realized Nico wasn't going to play.
It was in the 40s.
So let's see here.
It
Wonder
was on Sleeper, greater than, less than. Use Sleeper, download the app, play the game, DFS, greater than, less than. It was in the 40s.
All right, so I can't adjust it where I'm looking right now.
Okay, but what is it at?
It is, oh my God, 38.5.
Wow, they're sleeping on him. Now, this is where you might overvalue Kirk to where it dings into the guy that we know is the clear number 2. Like, there might be some recency bias where Kirk has 144, so it flips too much. It's like Nick Chubb. I took Nick Chubb's over greater than last week because it was 13. So I was okay. At one point it was in the 40s. Now it's 13. So there might be a Kirk impact where, yeah. So if you put 100, you're probably getting like 4 or 5 to 1 at that. But yeah, so go with the higher than Malik.
Yeah.
And you'll be good. Mr. Finger Guns says, seems to me that maybe CJ just needs softer coaching than a lot of QBs. It's almost like his confidence got broken early this season. Yeah, I would say that's possible. I would say that's possible. And look, different styles work for different guys. That might just be the adjustment that they have to make. That might just be the adjustment that they have to make. So maybe that is it. The dialogue does make you kind of wonder.
It has taken him a minute to kind of get to like the acceptance phase of this is the style of offense they're going to play. And that's what's best for him.
Lisa Avery, 447. Shout out to you. The Fighting Irish. Look at that right there. Marcus Freeman staying, by the way. I think CJ is better without Nico. He's able to go through his reads and find the open guy. He doesn't have to force feed a wide receiver. He low key the reason Nico got a concussion because he forced it to him when he was covered. Now this might the Lisa this is that a unisex name too, or are we good there?
Go on.
Maskin.
It's Lisa primarily a female name.
But there was a DN back in the day named Leslie O'Neill. I know that's not Lisa, but okay. Anyway, I don't know if that's true. I actually think he's done a decent job of spreading the ball.
I actually think the force feed guy is Davis. Davis is the force feed to Nico guy.
Yeah. I think CJ can be fine without him, but I don't know that he's better without him. I would not co-sign that, but I like the optimism.
Yes, it's fine to be optimistic. I'd rather have Nico than not have Nico, and I think everybody agrees with me, with the exception of Lisa, and she confirms she's a woman.
Okay, you're a woman. Okay, so yes, thank you very much for clarifying. D Skills H-Town, DJ Skills. Having Coddle the leader of your team is crazy. I don't know if it's too crazy. I think it's kind of an NBA thing, isn't it? Isn't that the way of life in the NBA? Maybe CJ is he's kind of a hooper at heart. Maybe he's like a new age NBA guy.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I do feel like there were times, maybe last year was a better example of it. I feel like last year there was a lot of maybe overcoaching, trying to make it, hey, do this, fit in this box. And I feel like there was probably an adjustment period for Stroud this year. I mean, last week he was talking about how much he liked the offense and it took a while to figure it out, and they're getting better and he enjoys it. And I think there was a moment where it kind of turned on for him that he understood how he could operate in this offense and do really well.
He's admitted the message. Like he said, yeah, and it's not finger pointing and stuff. So like he's openly like admitted that like the way the message is delivered is important to him, and that's what he considers good coaching. Like you don't hear a lot of guys say that. Like, but he's literally said it, which I don't know whether that's coddling. I don't know what word you want to say, but like he's literally said it to where like the way the message is and don't blame too much and all that is important to him. That's not us like that. We can use our educated guesses, which I think our guesses are educated because we are there all the time. That doesn't mean like there's like some edge in like normal opinions, but I would say it's an educated guess. And I would say the stuff that's public would lead you to believe that there is a certain approach that is not as intense that CJ Stroud appreciates and that the Texans practice. So that's just that seems to be solid. You can use whatever words you want. Not going to judge you for it. I don't really have the right answer, but I think based on that is very clear. That is very clear evidence as to how CJ Stroud wants to be coached and how the message is presented, at least publicly. And
DeMeco Ryans has made it pretty clear multiple times that you got to figure out how each guy is coached best.
Yep. You got to adjust. You can't do it all the same. And I think that's very important. And I think that's a good way to maximize your players. WBFX says, if CJ performs like last week and we lose, could there be consequences for him next season? Well, he's not getting a contract extension if he plays like that again. Like that's a given.
Consequences is such a fun way to phrase it. Like frame it.
In timeout.
Like we're gonna put your locker next to Trent Brown next year.
No, I would say it's not far, although there is a big gap between.
I obviously the contract is the number one.
Yeah, the contract. I'll just be honest. Like I feel like him screwing up or the offense screwing up as a whole is the only way that they don't win this game. Maybe I'm overconfident. It's fine. I've been overconfident the last few weeks. There's been the Raiders, the Cardinals. But I feel like the Texans have a lot of advantages, which we'll elaborate more on tomorrow at BB's. But he's going to be your quarterback next year no matter what. I don't know that he gets a contract extension no matter what, but yeah, I think the consequence would be all this talk about an extension. You're going to be behind Will Anderson in line, and you might be no matter what.
And then the next thing after that, like the consequence is no contract. The next thing after that is how does he respond to no contract? Does he come back? Is he a different player? Is there something different or better or improvement in his game? Things of that nature. And then you kind of have to go as the season goes. We're way ahead of ourselves there, but yeah, it's the contract's the biggest one. I don't think they're not moving on from CJ Stroud if he has a bad game Sunday.
Look at these consequences. Patrick Ding says you're giving Alpha Aaron exclusives all next year. Rich Boy Jay says we're going to make you run routes with Jared Wayne. Come on, man. Well, although the last time Rich Boy made a Jared Wayne route running joke was, and if you want to be superstitious, it was before the playoff game when this happened.
Captain Kirk has arrived. I repeat, Captain Kirk has arrived.
The last time Rich Boy made a Jared Wayne joke was about Christian Kirk. So I think we can take CJ Stroud's higher then because Rich Boy did that. Speaking of Christian Kirk, what did Nick Caley think about Captain Kirk arriving? Take it away, Nick.
It's a testament to him. I mean, CK's always had a lot of savvy. He's got juice. He understands how to set up routes. And that's why we love the guy. So just went out there and executed, made plays. And CJ did a great job finding him. We have good protection to be able to give CJ some clicks to get to him. And he did a great job uncovering and making some really big plays for us, thankfully.
Right time for it, too. I mean, you lose a game if Christian Kirk doesn't have some of those plays. I don't know if you needed every single one of them, but
say it right. If Christian Kirk doesn't
arrive,
no. If Christian Kirk doesn't,
what makes some of those plays?
Come on, no. If Christian Kirk doesn't,
am I dumb? I don't know what I'm missing here.
All right. Anyway, it is SNL. Landry Locker, Cody Stoots with you.
No. Explain to me what I'm missing. If Christian Kirk doesn't save me,
no.
I'm stuck here. What's going on?
I don't even know you, man. Feel like I don't even know you. It's all good. Landry Locker, some rando here.
What?
Thank you. Flip the switch. Thank you, Gio.
That's your thing. It's not my thing. That's your thing.
Let's get him in here and let him host the show instead of you. He actually knows me. Look, KZ, flip it. Thank you. E-Man, flip it. Brandon, flop the switch. Thank you. There we go. I don't even know you, man.
Okay. I didn't want to do this, but you coming at me, I'm coming at you. right now. Let's do this right now. Evidence of the water thief, by the way. Look at him, caught red-handed.
I'm just grabbing me a couple of hydrations, man.
Look, he's already got 2 in his giant hands. He's looking for another 2 more. The only reason he didn't grab the box is I was right there.
I have 2 right there. I was double fisting waters right there. I was grabbing both of them.
Yeah, he's using those giant paws to grab 4 waters.
2.
Record amount of people at Texans press conference today. Landry's water hoarding.
Lucky I didn't grab the damn case, man. Yeah, I got to stay hydrated, trying to avoid a lawsuit. By the way, when we crossed the street, someone yelled at us, "Hey, why aren't y'all wearing sleeves?" Who was it?
I think we leave the mystery up to the folks.
Okay. It was a she.
She's important.
It was a she. Trill Kick X762 says a bit late. Do you see a ton of Woody in the pass game? I think they're done with that. I think they're done with that. I think Woody is there between the tackles guy. He's established it. They look good in doing so. So I would say probably not.
I'm not saying they should use him exactly like Travis Etienne, but there were some Travis Etienne moments in the Jaguars game where I was like, man, Woody could do that. I'd love to see Woody try that.
Dude, did you see the Woody quote yesterday? When I asked him about Travion?
What did he say?
Let me pull it. I think I still have it up. Yeah, here we go. He's just a hardo. Let me pull it right here. Okay, here we go.
Next door neighbor right there.
Yeah.
He always hype. He's not playing right now, but he always hype.
He's talking about Brevin, but wait for it. I'm telling you, Woody's wired up right now, dude.
When I first got here, he was the main person to always talk everything, and every time after the game, he always in the training room. He knows everything. He knows everything that went on. He play by play. So he just keep going day by day, step by step, day by day. That's his motive.
I know you aren't on the field at the same time, but like from a competitor standpoint, when you're facing another fellow rookie running back like Travion, do you want to kind of outperform him? Travion.
It is what it is. I'm outperform him when we get the W. So stats is stats. They probably did a great job over there. We probably did a great job over here. Whoever get the highest is highest. But only one can take home a dub. The stats gonna be stats. We don't care about stats. We care about dubs.
Yeah, man.
Basically said, I don't give a damn if he's scoring 9 touchdowns and got multiple 60-yard rushes this year. Give a damn.
He doesn't care, dude. Woody Marks is a wired up individual, man. And by the way, like I'm almost to the point where I'm concerned about him if he doesn't limp off the field. Like at this point, like Woody Marks, that is the ultimate bit going on right now. Like if he doesn't limp off the field, then what are we even doing here? What's the streak now? 8 games?
What's a healthy Woody Marks game look like? I guess we'll never know. And he comes back. He's always better when he comes back too.
Dude, it's always 3 plays later.
And it's always like, oh, okay, like he limped off the field. He was in the tent, and it's like 2 snaps later. It's like Woody Marks is back. Like one of the box scores that are the playlists that I like to look at. It notes when players who've been injured come back in the game, and it's like, oh, H or W Marks 27 injured during the play, and then it's like boop boop boop. W Marks 27 is returned to play. It's like, there you go. All right, like 3 plays later.
You know how they have like those tracking devices, like the tracking device where they measure like players in practice and stuff. Like,
yes, I think it's called Catapult is how they measure like height, weight, speed, or like speed, where they ran on the field, stuff like that.
See, I want to give the ultimate test, and I want to put one of those on the training staff, and I want to compare their actual urgency from the first time Woody Marks went down to the 8th. like they got to be like the boy who cried wolf at this point. Like the first time they're like, like almost like their EMSs, and then basically they got like mall cop speed by the time we get to the 8th time.
Yeah. The running back who cried ow.
That should be his children's book.
That'd be a great children's book, actually.
If Woody Marks, if they win a Super Bowl and Woody Marks has an opportunity to capitalize on his his status, he needs to write a children's book called The Running Back Who Cried Ouch.
Yeah, that'd be great. And you can be about persevering through, tough times and how Woody Marks inspired, all these different, other people or animals to, persevere. Like, it'd be a great children's book.
He's a hard ass. I mean, he is a hard ass mofo, though. He is.
And then at the end, he's like, and if you die while playing with your friends, that's the way to go out.
That's what he said. If I die, I die. Like, he's just wired up. By the way, you know what else Woody Marks has that's really underrated?
What's that?
The net that he's got it's as wide as Davis Mills. He has a wide neck.
Yeah.
Does that make a running back better? I don't know. But it's not a draft neck like Mills, but it goes out to like the traps.
It's not quite who's the linebacker I always think of that has the giant neck? Takeo Spikes?
No, the longest neck ever was Merton Hanks. Do you remember Merton Hanks? Type in Merton Hanks and pull it up. He used to do the dance with his neck. I think he went to the same high school as Christian Gonzalez. I think he's from the Woodlands or Lake Highlands or something like that. Merton Hanks had a long ass neck. Number 36 for the 49ers.
Merton Hanks does have a very long neck.
And he would shake that shit every time he would make a play. He's a badass. Him, Tim McDonald, Dion that 1 year. Yeah, look at that.
Merton Hanks' neck. That's giving Davis Mills a run for. This was the one where it's like, oh, wow.
God, he has to pay extra for that turtleneck.
Man got to tie 2 lanyards together to make sure he sees his keys.
Justin Sloan asks, would you fear New England more if they had Stafford? No, I think Drake May's the perfect quarterback for them because he can run. I think against the Texans, you're going to have to be able to run. He's very capable. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the league at running. I think he's top 55 in the entire league in rushing. So no, I think Stafford with the Rams is ideal, but with the Patriots, I think Drake May's ability to run and throw the deep ball is a big difference.
Yeah. And that's the other thing is the deep ball kind of makes up for some of that failure that they've had to protect him. Is if you can overcome it with some big plays, then it's a lot easier for you to deal with a couple of sacks here or there. You may finish 51st in the league in rushing, 450 yards.
Truth Over Facts says, I think CJ might be the type of player that plays better when he's pissed off. Jordan was that way. Make shit up and piss yourself off, LMAO. I don't know if CJ is like a play better when mad. I think he might just kind of shut down when he gets mad.
How about yesterday? And I don't want to out the guy because
it's the white men can't jump. You're outing people,
but
who are you outing?
When a reporter asked, CJ, how do you stay so level-headed? And I was like, do we watch the same games? Like, level-headed? This guy's slamming his helmet on the bench. Talk about level-headed.
Yeah, I think he gets too high sometimes and too low. So it's kind of it's clearly a battle that he's
admitted to fighting.
That he endures, which I can understand, man. You're in your early 20s, whatever. Like, it's not just because there's a few guys who handle it better than others. Like, it's still a very elite position to wear different strokes for different folks. Not a finished product, so we'll see. But it's definitely an interesting vibe. Let's hear one more thing from Nick Caley, the Patriots defense. What do the Patriots do well on defense, Mr. Kaylee?
Well coached, very well coached. They set edges on the perimeter. They have on the edge, whether it's you're talking Landry, Chase on, they have really good interior defensive tackles that are disruptive. Milton and Barmore. I think their linebackers play as a unit. They run and hit. Perimeter wise, they're sticky. They've got length. They've got good movement skills. They do a really good job. They play as a team. They're well coached. They play hard, and we've got a lot of respect for them. I mean, they've continued to get better throughout the year. And be a great challenge.
Any idea if they're well coached or not?
Damn, he's gonna have some trading cards going. I was kind of joking at first, but man, he's taking his phone out there pregame.
Vrabel's,
Coach, come in.
Vrabel's getting ready to walk off the field. Mr. Vrabel, Mr. Vrabel. Who is that? Who's calling my name? I don't see any kids around here. It's me, Nick Caley.
He's pumped, dude. By the way, Aaron talked to Pop today. So we talk about alpha. At least you got out alpha today because
Hey, bro. Alpha Aaron here.
Aaron didn't duck Pop like you.
Cool.
How does that make you feel?
I'm not talking to him until the season's over or they win the Super Bowl.
Pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock, and drop it.
I think. What do you think Aaron asked? Has he put up the column yet?
Hey, he didn't drop a hey bro on him, but
Let me see.
hey, what's it gonna be like going back to New England?
Aaron be flipping stories quick though. I will give him that. It's just hard to get through because, like, look, there's like a Rod Wright piece, and then there's a Rams sign Wyatt Bowles, Mario Williams to reserve future deals, and then it's like Texans limited. It puts the injury report, and then it's Steelers signed Doug Nestor, Brandon Smith to future reserve deals, and then it's Nico Collins doesn't practice, and then you go there. Eagles signed defensive end Jose Ramirez to offseason deal per his agency at JL Sports 3. That's a real tweet. It's like I'm trying to find your Cole Popovich story to give it some justice, and I can't get it. God, I just keep making Cody duck. I just keep making you duck. All right, so I have a question. Will the third phase be a factor? I'm worried about the third phase because the Patriots have very good special teams, especially the return man who we know very well around here. Frank Ross could be very important in this game. I asked him, Frank, you shanked a 22-yard punt. You missed an extra point. How do you balance that with winning the game overall while emphasizing how important that is?
In a lot of situations, I know obviously you're overall pleased with the special teams performance, but you had a 22-yard punt and you missed an extra point. What's the balance there? Because in playoffs, that can be extremely costly. What's the balance of, okay, we had a good performance, but these two mistakes can end your season?
Yeah, I mean, at this point of the year, you're not okay unless it's a near perfect game. Like, that's the NFL in the playoffs. You know, who's the head coach on the other side of the field? He is going to squeeze every single situational football recipe out, and we have to be on it no matter what. End of the Colts game, it doesn't matter who's out there for us. We've got to make sure we have all of our the nuances of it, the game within the game. We've got to be top notch. That's moving forward, and X's and O's and schematically on my end, and then going out and winning your one-on-one matchups, and then executing the job, the little things, whether there's a situation or an issue or not. We got to be perfect in our protection and on our kicks, kick direction on kickoffs, punt direction. We got to find a way to make sure we match all those things together, because it's already hard enough when you're going against the best units in the league. It's already hard enough to just body-on-body tackle. They got good returners, good blockers. They got good rushers. So do we. But, that's the recipe. You got to be really good with the executional piece. So I'm excited to step up to the plate this week.
He loves Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a guy that if there's something to exploit within the rules, then he'll try to take advantage of it. And
Especially the substitutions, man.
And
They're
then
walking out there slow.
And then the Townsend and Fairbairn thing, like that's two things. Like, hey, we won, but that's got to be good.
He missed an extra point under the crossbar.
I've never seen that before.
No, it's never happened with him. No, not. I mean, you've seen like short, but like it literally went under, like it hit the net.
I have to imagine that was Tommy's fault.
Is Austin Brinkman good to go or what?
I mean, he's not on the injury report.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking.
But
seems like he's moving a little bit gingerly lately.
Looks like Graham Mertz in rookie minicamp.
Yeah, we'll keep a close eye on him. By the way, John Week's still in the playoffs. How about that?
I mean, he's a legend at what he does.
Shout out to John Weeks. Good guy.
Quick thing about the special teams. I did not realize the Patriots kicker is a rookie.
Does that matter?
I think it does a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if that matters too much.
He's also from Venezuela.
Damn, that's sick.
Went to Miami, grew up in Miami, went to Miami, and they got drafted by the freaking Patriots. From Venezuela, went to Miami, lived in Miami, and now, hey, welcome to freaking Foxborough, bud.
He's loving it, man.
All right.
He's enjoying the hell out of himself.
Probably despises it up there.
He's enjoying it. We haven't really seen a big play in the return game from the Texans. It's kind of it's been something that we've been anticipating. It just hasn't really happened. Frank, how about this weekend?
At some point, we got to find a way to make an explosive play, make a play that changes the game for our football team. We always want to be that sound unit, but at some point, we got to find a way to make a play that is different and game changing. So you can't go hunt for those. You got to let them come to you by doing your stuff every single time, holding our blocks a little bit longer, running and stemming to the exact design course, and then making some tacklers miss too.
I do think special teams is going to be very, very big because I just don't I don't see New England winning this game without an explosive special teams play or poor special teams play by the Texans or poor offensive play for the Texans, which is not really far-fetched to believe when it comes to the possibilities with it. So I'm kind of,
I mean, mistakes can come from anywhere. I feel like the unit that is primed to make the least amount of mistakes is the Texans defense. We all have a lot of faith in them. But if I was then trying to pinpoint where there could be a mistake, special teams is certainly one of them. CJ Stroud at the quarterback spot is certainly another one. And, maybe the non-Nico wide receivers. Those would be the mistake points that I would identify if I was trying to find places where the Texans might make a mistake.
That's it. That's where it is. Tomorrow, final day before. I would anticipate we see Trent Brown out there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Danico Autry. And then we'll get the status of Jawar Jordan. Might be a game time decision. But don't anticipate seeing Nico Collins. I guess you could say crazier things that happen, but I don't know. So life without Nico is a reality.
Yeah, I mean, if he does, then that's great. But I wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, wouldn't expect it. Wouldn't bet on it at all. You can bet on us meeting you. Meeting you at BB's. I was doing the Happy Gilmore. Meeting you at BB's Kingwood tomorrow.
That's good. You pieces of shit for breakfast?
You can count on me meeting you in the parking lot after the whatever he said. Oh no.
That's Mr. Gilmore's jacket. Running.
I might go watch Happy Gilmore 2 and see what it's like the second time around. I thought it was pretty decent. It was a little much, but
it was goofy and over the top at a level that you would think somebody who created Happy Gilmore grew up and was still goofy and over the top.
Yep. So there we go. There's a lot of talk about snow, by the way. Snow is like a real fascinating thing. It bugs you. This is fired up, but it really bothers you.
This annoys the shit out of me.
Snow bothers you.
It's okay. There's snow's going to fall from this. It's like, I get it. We're in Texas and we're in Houston specifically, and we don't really ever see snow.
We closed schools for weeks with snow.
So I understand the fascination about it. But it's not going to be it's going to snow. It's not going to be a blizzard. There's not going to be 20 inches of snow on the ground that they have to deal with. It's going to fall from the sky. Whoop-de-freaking do. There's 18 questions about the snow and weather. And it was come on. How does the snow change how you approach offense? It fucking doesn't.
Dude, but we never see snow, so it's kind of weird.
I understand it, But
Like
it
if they were coming here and playing outside in like August or September, like I'm sure it would be a talking point. Why are you such a hard ass when it comes to snow, my friend?
there's no there's the snow doesn't individually affect one team more or less than the other one. Heat would. You can get used to the heat.
Yeah. Okay. Cody's pet peeve, snow.
It's it's not.
Who hated cold weather.
I don't give a damn if it snows or not, but like it was like a whole talking point by people today.
Appreciate everyone for rolling through.
They had like a fucking blizzard was coming.
Be sure to subscribe.
Apparently, there's a new blizzard called like the Oreo backwards blast or something. I'm pretty excited to try it.
Be sure to like.
I don't have anything else on snow or blizzards. Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
Be sure to ride along. Be sure to always remember when it comes to this Texan stuff, we're all in it together.
And rain, sleet, or snow. Eat good, sleep good, be good. We'll talk Texans again soon. Thanks for watching, everybody.
I'm growing up. You know why? Because your snow about rant turned into something about ice cream, and I made no jokes. Coming a long way.
Yeah, okay.